At the end of the previous video, I asked you to think about self-efficacy and how you go about improving your skills for working with certain groups of children. And I'm sure a lot of people's reflections started on this key word, differentiation. Now, a simple definition for differentiation is pitching the learning to meet the needs of the children you are teaching. And whilst we could discuss the needs of higher attaining children in this session, the focus does remain on children with special educational needs, who are attaining at a lower level than their non-SEND peers. To develop a little further the definition I've used for differentiation, I'm going to pull up lesson 1 of a Year 7 football scheme of work in the PE department, and it's focusing on a core skill of being able to pass a football. And in a PE context, this would be the equivalent of writing a simple sentence using a capital letter and a full stop. This passing activity from lesson 1 of the football scheme of work looks to start at the skill's most basic level. And to apply differentiation to this activity, we look to increase the challenge. So the pair could increase the difficulty by narrowing the gap of the cones. And the pair could increase the difficulty by increasing the length or the distance of the pass. There are 2 ways that this fundamental skill can be differentiated through increasing the challenge. Likewise, you could differentiate this activity through increasing the demands on the children's skill. The children could reduce the number of times they touch the ball per pass. The pair could increase the difficulty by passing the ball on their non-dominant foot. Or the pair could increase the difficulty by passing the ball, demonstrating different techniques, e.g. using the outside of their boot, through chipping the ball, through striking the ball with their laces. Finally, we can differentiate the activity by increasing the cognitive load on the children. The children can select their starting width, and the children could select a new level of challenge after completing 8 consecutive accurate passes. So from taking a fundamental skill like passing a ball in football, you can see that we have applied increased challenge to differentiate the activity. And I'm sure that if you were to go back to the explanations of how I've differentiated the passing activity, there will be many similarities with written work and tasks you might complete in your curriculum areas. One thing that is important to note whilst we're talking about differentiating the passing activity is that we are talking here about differentiating by challenge for children rather than talking about differentiating by accessibility for children who have a disability. The examples given would not meet the needs of a quadriplegic child. To summarise, it's possible to differentiate through challenge, increasing demand on skill, and placing more of the cognitive load onto the children. This video's food for thought asks, must differentiation be pre-planned? And is differentiation limited to learning activities?